I don't know.
Welcome to the Scottsdale Vibes Podcast. I'm Alicia Haygood. If you have been to Scottsdale and if you enjoy shopping, like most of us do here, then you know about Scottsdale Fashion Square. I'm so excited to have two of the highly anticipated McGlinch and Melanie Sutton here with us. But before we dive into all things Scottsdale Fashion Square and what's going on, we are going to take a little break to talk about our amazing Sean Shackleton, favorite Scottsdale real estate agent. Scottsdale's own Sean Shackleton has spent more than 25 years helping buyers and sellers make confident decisions. No pressure, just clear advice grounded in real market data. Selling, Sean uses her modern marketing and tech to get your home seen by the right people. Are you buying? She listens first, negotiates hard, and won't let you settle for a home you don't love. Work with a trusted local expert. Call Sean now at 480-734-7277 or visit her at theshackletongroup.com. Well, it's true, Scottsdale icon Fashion Square started back in 1961 and is now being ranked one of the top malls in the country. It's become a destination for luxury shopping, dining, and community events. And joining me today is Fashion Square Events and Communications Manager Lauren McGlinch and Senior Marketing Manager Melanie Sutton to share how this desert landmark keeps growing and really staying at the top of its game, which to me speaks volume because we are such a luxury, high-end, ever-changing, growing market here in Scottsdale. A mall that is continuing to last, grow, and prosper is not the kind of mall that probably you and I grew up with, I will say that. So welcome. I'm so excited to have you here. And I really just kind of want to start 1961 to today. How did this start? And talk to me about Scottsdale Fashion Square history.
My goodness, 1961. We have these great archival photos in our office, and you'll see in 1961 it was just desert land, and there were ranches and the history of the cowboy and the western, and so that was definitely significant.
Did y'all, let me ask, in these pictures, did y'all really have like the places we could just leave our horses and then you go inside the mall? Like the
little trade post?
Yeah.
I believe so.
There was.
There definitely was. And so we were very fortunate because over the history, it was originally an outdoor mall. And then in 1961, Goldwater's opened along with Bayless, as well as some other notable long history of families that own different types of retail businesses. And then over the years, it's just transformed into where it is today. I just remember when the developers who purchased originally Scottsdale Fashion Square, it was Westcor, which was a prominent private developer in town. Actually, in Arizona, they had many shopping centers in Arizona. And so their first project was to connect the building that's over right here on Camelback to go over, and it was the Nordstrom.
Yep.
And so they added that wing. And then over the next 5 years, we added Barney's, which is where Apple and Industrious is currently. And then, of course, after how many renovations, we added the luxury wing with, obviously, anchored with Neiman Marcus, Dillard's, and then we have now Nobu, Lifetime. So many, many transformations of the shopping center. We're very excited because in January of 26, we will do the food court renovation, Palm Court.
I love that. I want to dive into all of those details as well.
Yeah.
But let's kind of talk about a little bit, Melanie, you were kind of talking about the growth and the iconic growth of the decades. I think it's unique because I learned, I met with someone last fall through Scottsdale Leadership. Y'all came and did a presentation with us, and I was fascinated by the amount of money some of these smaller stores that you think are not anchor stores here to these bigger names, and the importance of really having, yes, Scottsdale is a luxury market, yes, we have these malls, but like, for instance, Dillard's brings in a lot of traffic and stuff like that. Talk to me about how you grow and keep up with the city's needs and demands while still keeping some of these common names, you know, like the Dillard's and department stores that we grew up with as well.
Sure. Well, I know with the destination overall of Scottsdale, and we're seeing different types of businesses, corporations, and so we're trying to fit that demand of that behavior of the consumer.
Okay.
We want to make sure that our loyal shoppers that are living here in Scottsdale have the ability to have the Louis Vuitton, the Hermes, the Bottega. And so we're very excited because we just opened up Hermes on the 12th of this month, September. So
I'm going to say something, and for all you ladies out there, it is the largest shoe department store of Hermes, correct? Do you know, right?
I believe it's a good size.
Yes,
I will
I'm
have
sure.
to
really
double
want to say
check.
like the words. Like I feel like
Yes.
7,000 square feet is like what comes to mind or something.
Yep.
All I know is that's one of
Yep.
the biggest pivot moments of the presentation I remember.
Right.
I gasp. I'm ready.
Yeah.
No big deal. Yes.
So our leasing, their plan was to make sure that we have every type of brand that is available for each customer. And so you're going from Alo to Lulu, but then you're also going to Gucci. But then also we love our Foot Locker. Every types of brands of contemporary to mainstream to high-end luxury. And that was the focus of this center to make sure that we continue to be the primary destination.
What do you think during this growth has been one of the most pivotal moments of growth for the mall? I should say for Fashion Square.
The pivotal moment. Wow. Goodness. Wow. Well, overall, I would say the pivotal is when we would see larger headquarters that are making Phoenix as their headquarters.
Yeah.
So from tech industries to TSMC, and so I think that pivotal of knowing that everyone would like to move here, I think that big spurt growth, I would say, was the pivotal. I don't know. I think 2020 was the big, 2020,
Really?
I want to say was the time where we were seeing a lot of residents leaving California, leaving Colorado, leaving different types of markets that were probably becoming oversaturated and coming to Phoenix and Scottsdale area and realizing, oh, the cost of living, the quality of living, of balance here, work life, what is available. I think that's where we're starting to see the biggest growth here.
That's great. Yeah, I love that. Lauren, it's not just a shopping mall, it's an experience. I mean,
Yes.
it's not called a mall anymore. How do you make an experience with these stores? Because it's really interesting to me, the thought process that goes in when you pick these stores because you want it to be experienced when you walk in immediately kind of thing. So talk about how all that works together.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Scottsdale Fashion Square does a fabulous job at, it's not just shopping. We have amazing dining. We have Caesars Republic, a hotel right on site. We have Industrious, where it's co-working space. So it's not like you're just coming here to buy shoes, buy clothes, and leave. It's, I'm going to come and then I'm going to stay for brunch, or I'm going to work from here and then go to dinner with my friends. So it's definitely an experience where it's not just shopping, it's all inclusive. And I think a lot of our brands too do a fabulous job of doing events and programming to bring that shopper in, where it's not just like grab your stuff and leave. It's here's a complimentary glass of champagne. It's definitely an experience, and people want to stay when they're getting more than what they thought that they were going to get coming into a mall.
Right. It's not a mall. It is an experience.
It is not a mall.
Yeah.
Yes.
But all of that works together to bring you national recognition of, being one of the top malls. How do you get that level of recognition, and how are you going to keep it?
I mean, it's definitely a team effort that we have. I think a big thing people think is our property team is, massive. There's probably 8 of us that run Scottsdale Fashion Square. So
8 people that really
yeah,
crazy.
so
Yeah. HVAC to the garages to it's a small and mighty team, but I would say the notable brands that we have that are exclusive here at Fashion Square,
Such as?
goodness, there's so many. I would list every luxury brand from Louis Vuitton to Brunello Cucinelli, Versace, Dior, and then we also have Buck Mason, some other really great brands, True Classic.
Aritzia is coming.
Aritzia,
which
we're
is very
excited for them to open.
Wow.
Yeah,
So that's probably giving us the big kudos and shining a light on our shopping center. But I also believe that our events that we are able to host, our community partners, for instance, from Phoenix Children's to TGen, we cater to kind of every our events and programming to help the community.
Right.
And so with that, we have such a great PR agency, Flutter, that helps us with our press releases and just making sure we're getting that little feather in the cap. And I think that just brings awareness, and we're seeing that as to be able to say that we're number 6 in the nation. So it's
That's
very
crazy.
exciting that we were ranked, and it was a reader's choice.
Yes.
So
Even
people
better.
like it. So it's good. It's great.
How do you go after more companies to bring them here, or are people coming to fight to Scottsdale when it comes to the fashion square?
Wow. I would say originally it was, I would say it's both.
Okay.
I was going to say both too.
Our leasing agents definitely do a great job finding and working with different brokers of brands that are not even in the West or even in the state of Arizona. So they'll make sure that they'll grab that that particular brand, like Princess Polly. That's a great example of a up and coming. It was really it is popular via social media, but then they wanted to do a test market of a brick and mortar store, and I think their second one. The first one is in California.
Okay.
They're from Australia, and so I think seeing that success really drives our leasing agents to know, like, okay, what works, what doesn't work, and so we can now say that we probably have a waiting list to open up a store here.
That's great.
Yeah.
How many stores are there?
A little over 200.
Yeah, over
Okay.
200.
With obviously build outs happening. And
So
things,
let's talk about,
spaces.
let's talk about, before we go to I want to talk about the big food court renovation, but I want to talk about the build out too. It's always a big question because everyone's like, Scottsdale has no more room to build, but we have plenty of room to shop, right? Kind of thing. Where is the build out coming? What are you seeing for the mall? And how are you going to grow it with better events and experiences and stuff like that? I know.
Loaded question. I'm like,
Those are good questions. Well, so we're.
I think I found a
obviously,
secret that they're trying to
right, I
keep.
know. Well, with the Palm Court food court renovation.
That's the next biggest one that's coming up.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so that is the big, where it's the heart of the center. So we realized that we need to upgrade, because we upgraded the west wing and the south wing. Everything needs to be matching. But where there is growth with all the new restaurants and the hotel, it is, parking is a challenge, but it's a good challenge, I would say. That's a good one.
I know.
That
is.
Good question. Good question.
Okay.
Now we're going to have to go back and
Yeah.
do more of our marketing strategies.
Dive in, because this is a big thing. I learned about the food court renovation last fall as well. That was the next huge project that's coming up. Agreed. It is the heartbeat of every shopping location,
Yep.
house really is the kitchen, right? Kind of thing. It does need, it's like what we kind of grew up in. What are we going to expect? Everything's going to be media, right? In the sense of electronic, more options.
Right.
Talk about what we're going to see, and how is that going to affect us, the shopper, while y'all are in the midst
Sure.
of this?
We realize as the heart of the center, it is, as you said, it's like the kitchen. Everyone wants
Right.
to hang out and be able to have, we're going to have a really beautiful soft seating areas that will accommodate, so not only be able to grab your food, but you can actually have your family sit and enjoy your time and be able to interact and hang out. But then also, as you mentioned, with the digital displays, we're very excited. On the glass elevator, we'll have a whole high definition digital screen on the elevator. We are renewing the existing large spectacular digital display in the Palm Court. It'll now be a 3-faced static. So you're going to feel like you're at an arena in a game with high definition of videos and anamorphic content, eye-grabbing. And so that will be an experience in itself.
Yeah.
So we're excited to see when we launch and open up the Palm Court in November of 26. That
Okay.
is the slated time frame. We will have an amazing holiday show.
I can't wait.
Holiday experience with all of the new digital display.
Amazing.
Yep.
And then what?
And then what?
And yeah,
There is definitely room. I would say our development team, they have some great projects that are brewing, including on the east side of this shopping center, but then also on the perimeter. We do have some vacant land right next to the hotel.
Okay.
That is slated for either office or some type of a retail aspect.
And by office, do you mean like business offices or for like the 8 of you?
I'm going to have my own home there.
Yeah, right. You mentioned community connection. This is like why I started this podcast, was the community connection to understand one another. It is huge. You talk about the renovation of the food court being in the center. The mall is the center. I mean, the Fashion Square is the center of Scottsdale. It's down here. It's the epicenter of the entertainment district, the lifestyle, everything is down there. So how do you continue to grow with that? I have attended the TGen luncheons and even Marcus. They're amazing. Scottsdale Fashion Week, where I work closely with them. Y'all do the fashion show on Sundays with them. You really are like literally bringing people in. How do you build upon that for the right fit?
I definitely think it's always a right fit. It's just finding an event that we can plug them in.
Okay.
We love working with our local partners, and Melanie's part of Scottsdale Arts. I'm part of Valley of the Sun 2030 Club. So we have those connections personally with different community and nonprofits. So it's definitely great to kind of reinvent events kind of to serve those partners, or as well as kind of work with them to find where they fit perfectly so we can support them and our community.
I love that. 5-10 years. Everyone has a 5 or 10 year plan, right? It's like the dreaded question you get asked from your parent, your employer. So I'm going to ask it. What's the 5 to 10 year plan for you when it comes to growth here in Scottsdale and giving back to the community and being a part of it, at the same time adapting to where our needs and wants are, you know, as the epicenter of who you are?
I'll let you go first.
Oh, gosh.
You're the younger one. Don't forget, I'm a little older, so I have golf full time in the horizon.
Oh my gosh. I think 5 years, it's hard to kind of put a time frame on things because things are ever changing. I think it's just listening to our community and listening to our retailers and our brands that are there and continuing to scout out what the people like, what they are interested in. I definitely think it's experiential. We are seeing more of that Gen Z shopper that wants to come back into the mall. They don't want
I was
to
gonna ask
stick
that.
online.
Because it was a huge thing, online shopping. So you're seeing a lot more coming back.
Yeah, definitely. There's been a lot of studies recently, too, that I know a lot of the specific brands are doing as well. And a lot of it is pointing towards those Gen Zs, the younger shoppers, are loving the mall experience. They're wanting to come in, feel the fabric. They want to hang out at the mall. So, I mean, in a perfect world, in 5 to 10 years, malls are booming again, and we're back to like when I was in high school, and the mall was the cool place to hang out.
It is.
Yeah,
I would.
And I mean,
spend
I
all
think
the
it's
time
cool
here all the
still
time.
to hang out here. You
Right.
can still come.
I still think it is too. It's kind of funny how it does. Everything's going full circle in that sense. Yeah. What is the most exciting thing about Scottsdale Fashion Square to you today? Lauren, I'll start with you.
So many.
I know.
I would say our dining.
Okay.
Coming from, I grew up in Michigan, coming out here to ASU, you know, the cuisine was so different, but I feel like in the past 10 years, it's really expanded. And I think with the addition of all of the 3 restaurants that are majorly opening this year, with Catch opening last week, to Teleferic Barcelona, Society Swan, and then Din Tai Fung coming, I think that's what excites me most right now is our cuisine, and that just brings a whole new layer of shopper and guest to the center.
Well, and I mean, especially since Scottsdale's such a dining, foodie location, to incorporate that into the shopping luxury experience is full circle. You know, it just makes sense.
Right.
Melanie, what about you?
Oh my goodness, it is a combination. I love food, and so the dining options that we are bringing to the shopping center, Din Tai Fung, I'm so excited about that happening in 26. And the layer of the different types of great brands that we offer here, I love that. We have great other shopping centers in the valley, but I love that we are everyone's favorite. And so I would say that's my favorite part of it, is just being able to be recognized of being a destination for everyone.
Yeah.
So
Let me ask you too, how are you kind of working, the PV mall renovation? It's a luxury market as well. This is bigger. It's been around for decades, generations at this point. How do you bring shoppers to you in that sense with the other shopping areas around here?
So I would really, Paradise Valley Mall, I have to say, that's where I shopped when I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
And so back in the day, that was the big mall to go to. So I love seeing the renovation that they are creating, red development over at that property. It's beautiful. For us, we want to make sure that we're always strategic on our advertising and our media and our press. Who are we catering to? So we make sure we're utilizing not only social media to get the word out, but we also do traditional print publications. I think it's being mindful of where we place our brand. I'm very excited that we also have the opportunity to do digital banner ads on fashionnetwork.com, and I can target France. We target during Paris Fashion Week. We also target during Men's Fashion Week in Italy. So we are able to get the word out. So it's not only just Scottsdale Fashion Square, but overall Scottsdale as a whole, that we are putting our brand out worldwide.
Do you work closely with the other, like Experience Scottsdale and the city of Scottsdale and stuff like that with their marketing campaign to kind of all work together, I'd assume?
We do.
Yep.
We do. We are big fans of Experience Scottsdale. We love their whole campaign and how their outreach and their unique ability of their creative that they do even in New York City.
Yeah, it's
so
great, yeah.
They
I
do a
work with them.
wonderful job. And Visit Phoenix. They are a great partner of the shopping center. So we work with both entities very well. So,
Leading by that community connection, right?
Yep.
Working with
Yeah.
with each other. Favorite question I ask everyone at the end. So since I let Melanie think longer for her answer now, you can
Thank
have the
you. It's only
opportunity.
fair.
I'm older than you.
The answer is not allowed to be shopping or dining, just so
Okay.
you're aware. But what is your favorite Scottsdale vibe?
Oh, gosh.
See?
What's my Scottsdale favorite vibe? I love the lifestyle outdoor I'm an outdoor hiking person.
Love
So
it.
if I can, we were just talking about McDowell Mountains. I love the ability to, all year round, I can go for a hike. I'm an outdoorsy person, so that's my vibe. And
I love it.
then you add, of course, the martini at the end of the day. So
It's all about balance.
it's all about
all
balance.
balance,
It is all
exactly,
balance. You work
exactly.
out and then you
Yeah.
I love it.
imbibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Lauren? What's your favorite vibe?
My favorite vibe, I'm also a fitness person, but more of like a class indoors.
Okay.
I'm not an outdoor girly. So, I love our array of fitness classes in this. And then obviously, I love a good country bar, a
okay,
good little
good.
country concert. So I would say it still kind of roots down to the country vibe of Scottsdale.
I feel like that's another like breadcrumb of like we might have a country concert at the Scottsdale Fashion Square or something. Little country
Oh.
fest.
Yeah.
We're
Stay
very
tuned.
excited
yeah.
about Dreamy Draw.
Oh, yeah, Dreamy Draw.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're very excited about that with Lumineers and
Vampire Weekend.
Vampire Weekend. So there's great. Oh, also Alison Krauss is coming.
Wow.
Yes, over at Scottsdale Arts. We're bringing Alison Krauss. We're very excited. So yeah.
A lot going on. See?
Yeah.
Working together. I love it. Well, let's take a short break and hear from about our amazing sponsor, Jeremy Mueller of State Farm. Living in Scottsdale means knowing the value of community, and that's exactly what you get with Jeremy Mueller Insurance. Giving back to the community is a top priority for Jeremy and his team, just as we were talking about with Scottsdale Fashion Square. Jeremy's been with here for over 25 years, helping neighbors just like you with home, auto, life, and business coverage. He knows our city, our lifestyle, and our needs. Plus, with 3 local offices, help is always close by. Give him a call at 480-515-5223 or visit jeremymueller.com because here we look out for each other. Well, if you are not out shopping at Scottsdale Fashion Square, there are some other things that you can be doing. The Scottsdale Fall Festival is happening Saturday, October 18th at the Scottsdale Civic Center Mall. That's an outdoor one, how we were talking about earlier. Free family event that features a live band, DJ, magic show, and for the first time ever, a cocktail garden. See, parents, they are getting us for everything. They can fill their bags with trick-or-treating. It's really for the kids, but adults, I'm sure you can get a piece or two. You can explore the festive pumpkin patch and enjoy 25 carnival-style games, crafts, face painting, and hands-on activities. The Beetlejuice Jr. is happening at Sagebrush in Scottsdale. It's a play October 17th through the 26th. It's at Grease Point Youth Theater, and it's a frightfully funny musical. So tickets are $25. It's a really cool theater here. I suggest you go check it out if you haven't. And of course, the Pumpkin Fest happening at the Scottsdale Princess Resort is happening all month of Fairmont Princess, Spectacular celebration. Jeremy Mueller, State Farm, is the sponsor there, so go out and see him and all his gear and go have a frightfully good time. Have a wonderful week, Scottsdale. Keep vibing, and I'll see you around town.